I don't have an opinion on it. I never talk about it.
Barack Obama said that aliens are real. Have you seen any evidence of non-human visitors to Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. You know?
So aliens are real.
Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. He made it. I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you he took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it. I never talk about it. A lot of people do. A lot of people believe it. Do you believe it, Peter?
Well, the president can declassify anything that he wants to, so if you want to make an announcement.
I may get him out of trouble by declassifying.
The mushroom said to me once, it said, "This is what it's like when a species prepares to depart for the stars. You don't depart for the stars under calm and orderly conditions. It's a fire in a madhouse." And that's what we have, the fire in the madhouse at the end of time. This is what it's like when a species prepares to move on to the next dimension.
But you took it to another level.
You are not free. And this reality has far more to it than you have been allowed to believe.
It's on like
And God is real.
And that's enough for some of them. It's not enough for Burchett. He's not willing to lie just because someone tells him a mythology. We have seen high quality everything that you'd ever want to see. It's amazing.
You are not free.
Robert Putnam wrote a famous book called Bowling Alone, where he said, look, Americans are joining clubs less, they're joining associations less, they're bowling together less, they are bowling alone. I think the car allowed us to privatize our lives. I think the television allowed us to privatize our leisure. And I think the smartphone allows us to privatize our attention. So that now, even if we're in a crowd, we can be alone.
And I want to be detarded. I think that's a good message.
All right, get your bowling shoes ready. Everybody get your bowling shoes out. Hopefully this actually works. It's always a bit of a miracle when it's finally working. Sir, how are you doing? How's it going? Oh, we can't hear you. Maybe I have a... There you go.
Kit.
Activate. Now it works. Now it works. Brilliant, brilliant. How's it going over there in yonder land? I can't hear you. It does not come through. Oh yeah. This must be... There it is. Oh, it's a sound. But it's not the actual sound. It's not the actual voice. Can't quite... Not coming through. Maybe...
Check.
That's it. There. That's one. But it sounds like it's like a room mic.
Check. Hey.
There it is. That's it.
We're back.
All right. We're back. Nice.
To reset the audio input.
Get stupid. Get completely stupid. Dude, it's wonderful to be broadcasting with you tonight. Out here spinning the plates on the magical cosmic stage. You know when you go into VR places and you got like the headset on and stuff and you look at like a room that took someone like the equivalent of like 6,000 hours to make or something. It's like all the coding and everything's good. It's like you and anybody on the planet that can get on the internet can basically get to it. It's like pretty much an open access point, you know? And they try to make it like as available to like, you know, 90s cyberpunk as possible, you know? It's just like it's like free, man. It's like open source or whatever. It's you and like two other people, and like half the time it's like kids that are like doing homework and stuff. It's really it's like the global nervous system is there, but it's just like this plane that like can't get over the edge.
It's on the edge
can't get over the edge.
The edge of a reality. The privatization of entertainment and attention. It's true. Like in my lifetime, I've watched the privatization of attention, 100%.
What was it like before and after?
So you had more people like staring you down, right? But you had more people willing. People aren't willing to like engaging in eye contact where you get like the physiological looping
Yep.
is taxing, and people recognize it as that.
Yeah.
So they're less willing to engage like that. So there's lots more like eye aversion than there was when I was in high school.
Ooh, the privatization of attention, like that loop
Yeah.
was talking about at the beginning.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's been commercialized. Yeah, no, it's you watch like senior videos or whatever, last day of school videos, and it's like when I was in the 90s when I was had my last day in high school, and there was absolutely no device that could do that to you. Your attention was in your head, and it was on other people, or it was on books, or it was on it was on the sky. It was just like, and there wasn't
like
this
a plethora of places to put our attention these days.
Well,
all these.
GaryVee talks about the screen and how it's just like it's such he was describing it as such an overhead to have to like bring out the screen, and the amount of social contact you lose when you do. That's why he was saying that the glasses are just like are gonna be the form factor. At least that's what he was saying. That like, and I think I kind of follow him mostly on that, where it's like if you can just be in social and have everything you need like right there, you get the best of both worlds. And you get out of user interfaces, you go to verbal, so you're like talking to an AI assistant verbally.
And we're pretty much, I mean, I don't know how expensive.
People didn't want to learn how to use Windows anyway. They didn't for years. They're like, there's no way I have to learn this. Like, oh fuck, we gotta learn this. And it's like they didn't really learn it.
Now people actually have to learn to talk about what they want and where they want to go, and it actually helps scope like people's ability to follow the logos and handle honesty, probably. Because you can have systems that are consistent. You teach people, because most people don't interface with people who are consistent, or systems that are consistent, and they consider until you get to like managing a scale of systems, do you see or be able to understand like the actual complexity that all these systems wield. Most people are just like don't manage their passwords,
Well, that's and this is the gap, right? There was MIT had that graph. Thank you for being late. The guy Thomas Friedman, he was a big proponent of flattening the. It was the exact thing that was taught when I was in project management school. It was all about how do you have a just-in-time supply chain, just-in-time labor, just-in-time everything. It was like pre-Uber. Everyone was thinking it was like a great idea. Then people saw it, and it was like. It was like horrifying. They were like, Jesus, it can't all be a gig economy. We got to get you a we got to get you a foam for your breathing. Yeah. Eventually, I was like, I'll give you the SKU. I'll give you the SKU on the Amazon. Dude, I've got Abra out here in these streets. We've got a visitor who I actually know in the video. What's up, Abra? She's probably knitting something, or she's traveling this week. She's visiting her son, I think, or family. Super cool. Very nice.
Welcome.
Well, welcome to the live stream. She would say, what would she want us to talk about? She'd want us to talk about the connective power of art and crafting. She's always crafting. She's like the craftiest person I know, actually.
It's very engaging to sit with people in craft, for sure.
She's constantly crafting.
In their environment sometimes.
She's got her 10,000 hours in a lot of different basic skills and different ones too, and it's wild to watch her deploy it. Like nice, it's like fun and cool in the sense of she's makes extremely high quality stuff very quickly.
Nice. High capacity facilitator.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Very cool.
There's we're running an As the Wheel Turns ride. We were running it 5 days a week for 2 weeks. Now we're doing Thursday, Friday. We're doing one tomorrow morning. It's a wake and bacon, no breaks. And it starts at 7 a.m. MST, which is an hour civilized later than we start the one on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays this week. But anyway, it's
Fridays,
insane.
Sleep in on Fridays? It's like wearing jeans?
Yeah. Thursday, Fridays, you get to sleep in a little bit, an extra hour, exactly. It's like Jeans Friday. It's to get to like force your brain to go, okay, make a daily vision, make a piece of art now. It's a freaking muscle. Julia Cameron, she wrote a book called The Artist's Way. She called it morning pages, and she did it for writing. Every morning you wake up, get your coffee, go, stretch out, you're good to go. Then you sit down and you write 3 whole pages straight out of your subconscious. And you just keep going, you just keep writing until you get at least 3 pages done. Morning pages. Like kind of turns the faucet on. And it clears out like the system or whatever. Dude, writing for 3 hours with other artists every morning is morning pages for fill in the blank, whatever have you. You know, crafting in Aubrey's case. I've been making visual art, and I've been making all this social sculpture. I've been making all these spaces and setting up all these schedules and getting all this stuff kind of plate spinning with other people. It's been fun. We're planning the 6-year anniversary. Everyone's invited. Starts on March 22nd, I think is the first day. It's right around there. It'll be on all the socials. And the Vision Train, get on board at visiontrain.org. And yeah, it's like 6 years rolling. It's a whole bunch of people from all over the globe that are going to get together doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I was helping host a Goa Psytrance rave that went more than 24 hours on the train last week. One event like that where you're up for like mostly 24 hours, it like really just prangs your regulator. It's just like
eating rhythm by the
your body's like, what planet are we on? I thought we were still bound to the planet Earth. This is not the regular sonic and solar rhythms that we are used to, dude.
No.
But anyway,
and that's a very interesting, nice, high-powered morning rhythm to do regularly, though.
It's insane how I used to never feel like I could empty that bucket of like overflowing creative potential, and now emptying it every morning.
Like,
dude, it's like it's like a pump. Okay, so like, you know, a well works. It's like got a big old tube that goes down to the ground. It pulls the water up from really deep. You gotta prime it, right? Yeah. Dude, when you're doing it every day, you are primed. You spend the rest of your day noticing interesting stuff you can make into art, taking photographs or grabbing little pieces of it, and then you kind of bring that back together, and it forms this like input into this creative process to like make more cool shit. It's like, it's nuts. And the thing I
transmit stuff.
Dude, you're constantly just vibrating this stuff into like, and so you keep your vibe high, because like, okay, so you got to think like, if you're like going to do an artistic vision of the universe, you got to keep your vibration high, you got to keep your emotions high. You got to, if you want to tune your looking glass to that frequency, you got to be able to stay there for a while. Very different than being able to most of my career I've been interacting with the public in different ways, and you don't really get to choose when it's other people. You mostly serve, and you mostly listen, and you sort of vibe with other people. And this is like an opportunity to be like, dude, if you can like clarify your whole instrument like enough, you can like focus it on these crazy cosmic things and like yank back those photons back to our dimensions.
Like, it's a projection instead of a listening or something like that. Not listening.
You could
pushing it out there.
You can lasso distant photons from distant stellar events, and you can pull the image back into your brain and then let it come out through your words and your actions and your movement, and then you can have like a virtual instrument assess you and take in your vibrations and turn it into something that looks like rolled off a Hollywood lot. It's nuts. This is I've been playing with this. This is we've got new backgrounds going on this thing. This is a entire set of geometry backgrounds. Let me see if I can prang their regulator here. Let's see here. We'll pull this back down here. This will cycle back through. Come up a much clearer. The explosions are cool. I can wait for that. There we go. So many of these forms that I caught here, there's different ways you can catch them, but you can start with images and then those become surfaces. You can describe surfaces, you can describe images, you can find pieces in the real world, and then you can kind of like pull them into it.
Model.
Yeah. It starts to become something that you get like it's kind of a wild feeling to be front row for so much of it, to watch it come through. It's like the amount that I feel like I'm sharing is like 1%, but it's like the 1% that's like the most refined, like the most
tip of the iceberg,
distilled. Baby. Yeah, the sharpest, prettiest jewel that I found on this journey. But everyone's a journey, and it's like it's this crazy thing you go on, and it's like you're like belly back up to the bar, back at the home base, and you like put your coin on the table and just like mint that shit, and it's like where'd you find it? It's like it's up there in them hills. So anyway, prospecting.
Hero. Go get it, hero.
I'm prospecting with my soul and my mind. I'm
forest with his sword.
I'm tuning my cosmic antenna to various distant stations, listening to various channels, various cosmic tubulations, and seeing if I can repeat them. Dude, I made my first comic the other day. It was super fun. I wonder if I could. There's no way I can share it in here. It'd be impossible. No, I could. I would. Oh, we got people joining in here. Hang on. Oh, it's you joining.
Yeah.
Nice. I thought we had the trouble of someone joining in. Everybody's welcome to join. Everyone's welcome to join. Who's got the link is in the invites there. Anybody wants?
Link.
Yeah, absolutely.
So have to pay attention to those channels.
Dude, I want to find out what's been going on and what's been shaking bacon, and I wanted to tell you about a new book club that I got hooked up with and kind of co-started. We found 3 people, myself and 2 other people, who were like, have you had a book club in a while? No. Have you had a book club in a while? Are you tired of not having a book club? Yes, let's fix this problem. All we have to do is choose a book between us. It's like, oh, how are we ever going to choose? And I was like, do you have a book that you would like to read? He's like, oh, I've got a book I'm reading, trying to read 1 book a month for the next 12 months. And it's like, cool. So you've thought of 12 cool books. Okay, when you look at those, what's the craziest cool book you can read? And she's like, The Tao of Physics by Fritjof Capra. And I was like, let's go. And so we're reading this crazy book that was written in 1975 that bridges classical physics and fundamental physics to Eastern mysticism. And I've just... yeah, in 1975, the year that was like pretty much right on schedule. I was born a year later, and it was like
right on schedule. Nice.
Right on schedule. Yeah, and it does an absolutely phenomenal job of starting with the basics of what physics were to the Greeks, and it was just the science of what was going on around them, and they didn't really give about matter. They were like, matter, it doesn't really matter that much because you are supposed to be focused on your development of your personality and yourself and your consciousness, and it's a philosophical thing, know thyself, like get better at knowing what's happening here. And the Eastern humans believe in that too. They have very little tolerance in these formal systems for descriptions of the eternal or the divine or what it might be. They're more about directly experiencing it. And all of this stuff out here is essentially void and empty. So anyway, it gets into the history of that they didn't care that much, and then in the 1500s people started caring, and that's when actual physical science started. And it was the co-development of mathematics and number, according to his theory, that his view of it, that you started to be able to quantize how many degrees is it, how many meters per second, how they started to count stuff a lot more specific.
Units to count it.
Yeah, and it was a complete mechanistic shift of the world. They were like, well, if the world's a machine, let's start measuring its gears. And they just got to it.
Yeah.
Built the foundation.
Yeah, you have to get enough time to do that. And then
it was guys of leisure. It was men of leisure, men who did not have field jobs that could do that first layer of science, because their job was to chill out and do something cool.
Yeah.
And that's where it all came from.
Game stuff out, write it down.
Yeah.
Code it out.
Right.
See if it works. Try and sell it.
Get out on your porch with like a weird piece of glass and figure out what these distant objects that keep moving counterpoint to the stars are. What the fuck? It's Uranus. Oh shit, it's Neptune. Oh what? It's like they discovered all the big rocks that spin around with us. Have you ever seen those 3D patterns of when the sun goes through the solar system and all the planets like spin around it, like they make a little light cone as they go? With those little spinning. If you think of the sun at the center and then the Earth going around, that's a two-dimensional thing. But now imagine that the sun is now hurtling at. It could go around the Milky Way in 300,000 years, but it's moving like fucking fast.
The relative movement of all of the different objects, yeah.
If you put like a sparkler on it, it would create a trail of sparkles that would be like a loop-de-loop as it like goes around. It's like woo! It's like we're like keeping up with the sun, you know? Dude, when the Voyager 2 spacecraft, Voyager 1 had it happen, but then they thought it was a fluke. But when Voyager 2 left the ionosphere, it's like the solar jacket around our the magnetic core of our sun is this crazy place where nuclear fusion is taking place like a liquid flowing, because that's where all the sunlight comes from. That's where the energy for our planet comes from. Most of the matter, in the sun. Sorry, inside the sun. Yeah.
For some reason, I felt like I was into the core of the Earth.
Okay. The Earth has its own core and its own spinning core. And it makes a magnetic field.
Ionosphere, the sun or the Earth?
What do you call? I think it's called the heliosphere. It's the shell that's around the sun at the center of it, and then the sun's magnetic core produces this shell, and that shell is like a body that all the planets are going around inside of. The planets would not be here if we were exposed to just the random shit in space. When Voyager 1 crossed that barrier, it was the first human object to cross that barrier and send back signals that we know of. When Voyager 2 crossed, it gets to like this insane, like, I'm going to exaggerate a bit here, but I don't know, it's like 4,000 degrees or some crazy shit. Like, there's this little tiny thing where the sensors go, it's hot as shit, and it's not there anymore. It's like the very edge. It's literally the sun is pushing back the garbage in this circle around these 300,000 year cycle around the center of the galactic. They think it's black holes at the center of it. Like the stars are so dense when it gets in there.
The black hole in the middle.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Black hole in the middle. But anyway, he does Tower of Physics. He does an excellent job of kind of taking you from the early Greeks to the Middle Ages, and then the Newton and Newton's view of objects, which everybody thinks Newton's still right. It's crazy. He was disproved years ago, but it really does take a serious spiritual inquiry to come to terms with what it means, modern physics.
What it means.
Not the new stuff, the 1903 stuff, the 1905 stuff, the 1910 stuff. People aren't cool with that yet. They're because here's Newton went like this. He goes, let's lay this out for you. I'm sure hopefully this isn't too boring. The Newton's like, dude, it's like objects have a mass, and they have that mass as like a function of it. Like if you've got a jar of water, it has a mass. It like has the mass. And the reason it has the mass is because it is an object. And it is an object made up of a certain amount of stuff. And that stuff, that mass, creates a certain force in relation to other masses. And then he created calculus to basically start charting bodies, the planets and the heavenly bodies. But there was all these little effects he couldn't figure out. Like the interplay of planets on each other and all this other little stuff. But for a really long time, he was like, look, there's one stage and there's one flow of time through this. Then Einstein comes along and he goes, it doesn't explain this thing, which is like this. If you have an event and you have a very fast observer that's moving at close to the speed of light, their experience of this event will be in a different time scale and of a different quality than someone that's going much slower. Same one event, two sets of time. So you bring the time with you, with your mass. And it turns out that when you come down to the quantum level, because they were the first theorists to get into the quantum stuff, Niels Bohr and stuff, and they kind of, when they sussed out the experimental data they were getting, they figured out that the way atoms work is atoms are fundamental. There are just neutrons, protons, and electrons at one level. And that's about as you can get down to. That's about as small as you can get, because when you get under that, you get into this other area where the basic laws of what we think of as objects don't apply, and we assume that what's happening at that level, because it's underneath everything, is our level, but it's not what we experience at our level. So one of the theories is one of the insights here is that you've got this that mass itself, when you start taking protons and spinning them for weeks on teravolts of electricity, 4 teravolts of electricity in the Tevatron, or 14 teravolts in the Atlas collider, and then they spin for weeks to get more energy, to get these single protons, these iron protons, different kinds of protons, almost at the speed of light. Then they hit each other. They do not break into smaller things. That's not true. Everyone's like, oh, they're like smaller marbles. Not true. What it is you've got 2 points of force that are so fucking strong that when they hit each other for a flash of a moment, they make a whole nother set of things that are sometimes forces that should be objects, or objects that should be forces. They go right back into the reality almost immediately. And so they have to do it inside this one special bubble chamber that catches the traces of how it looks, and they can't directly see the things, but they can see the length and width of the tube of energy that it makes, and they can then reverse back into it. And it's that no one at that level thinks elementary particle or this is what it's all. It's not like that. It's not turtles all the way down. It gets to this point where you get to like this fuzz, and then it's about probability. And so events have probabilities of happening. Things are these forces are bound in these incredibly tight areas, and they go 400,000 miles a second, like these insanely high speeds in these insanely small areas. To us, if you took a human and what a human is and stopped all that spinning motion, you could put us on the head of a pin. But we're this big thing because mostly we're made up these spinning little balls of light that are like they're little forces that are spinning around. But there's at that level with these instruments, these super colliders, you can very easily, for very short periods of time, but you can very easily go from matter to energy, and to a force, to what we would think of as an object, back and forth. This proves that the stuff that makes us up is essentially ephemeral. It's not a there like you think. And this is the primary insight of Eastern mysticism as well. So this is his main thesis, is that these experiences that the physicists had to put their brains through to go, it's not that there's nothing here, it's that the stuff that's here is inflated in this insane way from inside with these empty spaces that are these forces that are kind of more like energy than they are like matter, but it feels like they're solid things, but they're very much not like that.
They have consistent interactions to a degree, seemingly.
The magic of the whole thing, it's almost as like dude, what if, I mean, this is me just getting crazy, but what if it's a conscious medium of like computronium that's like a computational stuff. It's like bound by these eternal laws of the creator, the eternal ohm or whatever. And it's just constantly enacting the will of the whatever is pushing on it or whatever. And like literally we're made of the stuff that came from before. Look how different we are than the rocks and the trees and the bricks and the sandstorms that we were a moment ago. And we're gonna be something else in a minute. It's like it's wild how you make a computer to run a program, right? This stuff is responsive to whatever we are, to will or whatever, spirit, call it, animated spirit. We can like move this stuff around like crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely a complex system, not a complicated system of objects and interactions.
This is the point. One of the underlying points they make is that you can't really say this is the basketball. It's not part of the player. There really is a continuum and a blend between these two things, and you can't really have one without the other. So Fritjof Capra, the guy who wrote the Tao of Physics in '75, went on to write all these other books. When I was in high school, I ran into this thing called Mindwalk, which came out in 1990. It's a movie you can watch on YouTube, and it's literally the first podcast. It's like three people walking around this place, just walking and talking. No other nod is given to characters or development or anything. It was literally just that. And it was like, what's this book behind it? Free of Capra, The Turning Point. And a bunch of us read it in high school. And it was talking about it was kind of like catching the thermostat at the height of the Cold War, while there still was a Cold War. And it was about a need in change in consciousness for people to go through that would bring them closer into like alignment with what was. And they had their own set of problems. They were worried about climate change back then very intensely. They were worried about a lot of things that didn't go away. They were about some things that did go away. But the way they put it together was, you got to change, this change of consciousness. It's still going on. The physicists that went through
it's a fire.
It's a fire. That movie Oppenheimer, if you see that one, it's about people who are like, holy shit. Like Teller, Eric Weinstein always talks about this. How Teller's like figured out the neutron. And when you figured out the neutron, what you did is you figured out that there was a bullet that you could shoot from one atom to another at that level. Otherwise, it's a level you can't really get to. But on the individual atom to atom level, you can bring atoms into close enough contact to overcome the forces that would push them apart, and you can force them to slam together, or you can use X-rays to basically refract off of a spheroid around it in like a split second. Those X-rays travel back into a point and rip a nuclear or a radioactive atom apart, and then those neutrons start a cascade, a fission cascade that break down, and then creates a huge explosion. If you have two of those explosions in the right kind of tube, they echo and meet in the middle, and they create a fusion. Like, they basically create a little micro sun, and then a fraction of a microsecond later, that thing just enormously evaporates everything around it, and it dies out. But that is a fusion reaction. It's a fusion bomb. It's like quadrillions of times.
Walk through it, by the way.
Well, thank you. I stand on the shoulder of giants. I just pumped this shit into my brain. I'm glad to get to say to someone who's not in my book club, because I've been dying to tell them about it. So part 1 is about the physics, and I just finished that. Part 2 is about the history of the 3 major Eastern religions: Taoism, Buddhism, and Hinduism, and their differences. I forget. This is where I got a lot of my knowledge in my teen years when I was in high school. We're dropping acid and reading D.T. Suzuki and the Diamond Sutra, and we're like,
you're downloading these intuitions. Yeah.
If reality is, and it really is, an eminence from the source, the God, it really is supported that way. The mindsets that touch it directly are going to extract the most usefulness out of it. So your science touches it directly, extracts nuclear power, run the world. It's like crazy times, right? Eastern mysticism is like, fuck all your ideas. Let's just get back to it. Stop talking, by the way. We're like breaking all the rules by this way. Why would you spend all this time talking monkeys? It's funny how he talks about it. He goes, but humans want to talk about it, so everybody has like their own way of talking about the eternal ringing Tao of truth that you cannot describe. It's like, it's this folly to try to put the Brahman, the eternal, into form. It's like the Hindus do it with mythology and stories. The Buddhists do it with koans and poetry and like making it completely absurd.
If only closed minds came with closed mouths.
Fuck, dude. I don't know. Now you've got the internet's a global nervous system where every human can like put their 2 cents out in the world. It's crazy talk. It's so many podcasts I listen to are just like literally people making themselves sick on X and then responding to all of them.
Yeah, well, if only closed.
This point you made.
Mouths, it's like
this video. Listen to me now. It's like, dude, this is a crazy form of conversation. It's crazy.
It's like a sigh of pain, like at the edge of your capacity.
It's a human nervous system that's been blasted with too much information and too much responsibility.
But it works in both directions. Like, both at that point when you're like, if only closed minds came with closed mouths, your mind is closed to a certain perspective. It's a mirror of.
Yes, you would.
It really is.
Do you remember that guy who came up with 4th generation warfare? I forget his name. He was in the military intelligence and stuff, which is like the PsyOps factory, I think. And he wrote 4th generation warfare.
Study of human behavior.
Study of human behavior. Yeah,
Buddhism is power and how to.
Buddhism is about psychology and all these psychological insights that mushrooms arrive with Gordon Wasson and psychedelics arrive with Aldous Huxley and mescaline, Brave New World, and these are things that wash into America. Then LSD comes with the whole through the CIA and through so many outlets in the counterculture, and into personal computers and into technology, and it changes so many different things. The application of these things happened through clandestine black box programs within our own government. It was taxpayer money.
Yeah.
It's like this is all the Epstein files is just like another layer of this all just being like, yeah, your government fucks with you.
Probably a similar funding source.
Yeah. Those in power,
Faucet determines the outcomes.
Say it again.
The money faucet largely determines the outcome.
Dude, I watched this one Twitter channel, and all it is two guys who I think just rant on their podcast, and then they take their voices and paste it over AI aliens who are talking to each other, and one of the aliens going to the other like, dude, they're like $750 trillion in debt to each other. It's like, who's got the money? It's like, exactly. And where, and like what, and there's more, and like, how can it possibly be? And it's like, they live on a place that has everything you would ever need. And somehow everyone's in debt. Everyone. It's like, it's like from another perspective, it's like such an out of control, crazy system. I appreciate.
Money is wild. It's a belief system.
It's a complete religion, and it completely came due in 2008.
Like a group of rays, like
stingrays. What do you call it?
A fever.
A fever of rays?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
That
is crazy. The bill came due in 2008. The bill was due with Wall Street with the 99% on and all of that. They hauled Alan Greenspan up in front of Congress and said, "Dude, we entrusted you with our fiscal policy. What's up?"
What did you do?
He goes, "We were wrong." He goes, "Tell us more." He said, "Well, everything, when it comes down to it, is based on the concept of a rational actor. Turns out we don't have a lot of those around."
Oh, and that's like option C, you know?
It's not rational. So you get this.
There's no rational actors.
It's not like that. It's human behavior, it's psychology, it's manipulation, and then it's just been like, that is when we should have said, wait. Is there anything in human behavior that we can peg this to? And we did not take that introspection, and we did not correct the system, and now it's out of control like everyone knew it was going to be in 2008, and it's been like a giant boulder sliding down the hill ever since. And anyway, so it's nice on the 250th anniversary of America to feel all this stuff going, because the way you do this is not by slowing down and stopping. You need more engaged people, like, to handle, like, and be touching all this stuff. The idea that you can just go back to the land and just like everybody becomes a farmer again, it's like, that's not the society you're on.
No,
we need to accelerate our technology in order to increase the amount of electrons every person has access to. The more electrons they have access to, the more they cook their food and heat their homes and make their kids happy, and like they grow up and like create a middle class.
We can do that cleaner and cleaner, I'm sure.
Drop the power to every home, and then with power come compute. And it needs to just be like edge to edge, like, and everybody that has it will be in the new world and will be in this crystalline perfect place. Like, I mean, not a utopia, but it's an age where you.
What? That's like kind of weird.
Everybody's a king now. The new baseline is king status of like you have more access to information and power and manufacturing at your fingertips than like monarchs of the past.
Yeah.
Now you hand out steroids and amphetamines to people in this that are just like, I can function like 100 people. I can function like 1,000. I can function like 1,000,000 people. This is what you're just going to see, this effect continuously increasing. And
yeah,
boy,
there's a lot more leverage, huh? The leverage on the environment is Increase.
You are marshaling more electrons. You are marshaling more energy into the human system, which will make more things in the human system. More buildings, more movies, more everything you can encode. More. You turn the rock behind under your feet into our world, and it's going to happen. Just more of it, lots more of it.
Yeah, at will.
Well, and people are like, oh, it could slide back into like, you could have like a nuclear event, or you could have like a real category, society-ending thing.
Yeah.
Every day that goes by, that becomes
tops.
A lot of spinning tops. You're close to your microphone there. Somehow that was super close.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude,
Other microphone.
there is now an internet in a box little system you can get that you give power through a battery that lasts forever. It gets on shortwave and transmits packets on its own like internet. It's like BBS speeds. So it takes a weekend to transmit a megabyte. So you're not sending pictures through the internet. You're like it was when I was growing up. You're just sending some text and stuff. But dude, that pretty much guarantees that you could have one person that had a 2 terabyte hard drive and had like most of human knowledge on it. And then like, and plus distilled AI models. When you're talking about AI models, these 3D pachinko machines, you're talking about distillations of petabytes of information, like huge amounts of information. And so you have this little thing that gets you, with enough question asking, gets you back into the whole thing. It's like a little piece of the hologram in a way.
Yeah.
And so, dude, those are everywhere now.
They're files.
Dude, you could have an end of the world event and turn on your Shroid radio and hear some AI just chat GPTing like the recipe for dynamite out to everybody. Like, quick, get back. Here's mathematics. Like, like it just while we still have solar power, we're going to run this little machine and it's going to just teach the world how to sing like over and over again. It's like this is exactly what's happened to us probably a bunch of times, but we didn't have. Dude, it's every day that goes by, it becomes less and less likely that there's going to be one thing that can like reset the whole thing. The category goes down and down and down. It also becomes more likely that you get more events in these areas too, because the world becomes more volatile. Because when you hand out dynamite, you're gonna get some booms.
Yeah, well, that seems like what, the world's worried about these days.
Hopefully, everybody knows how to do responsible dynamite. You know what that takes? Civilization. Well, you got to have responsible human citizens.
What about responsible nukes? Is that a thing? Like, are you allowed to shoot nukes?
Like family nukes, like House Atreides, it's got family nukes, and like you're not fucking with. It's like the policy says, whoever controls those weapons.
Be launched and damage is done in that environment.
Well, let's talk.
We have to follow that again. I mean, we did it. That happened in World War II, but it hasn't happened since.
Let's watch this together. Let's watch this together here.
Barack Obama said that aliens are real. Have you seen
Don't pay attention to potential nuclear war. We got aliens.
Well, he gave classified information.
There's always going to be nuclear war.
So aliens are real.
Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. He made a big mistake.
Yeah, I'm
he took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it. I don't talk about it. A lot of people do. A lot of people believe it. Do you believe it, Peter?
Do you believe it, Peter?
The president can declassify anything that he wants to, so if you want to make an announcement.
I may get him out of trouble. But
look at his press secretary laughing here, because they know that they're going to. He then, like 2 days later, everybody was like, they think that probably Obama kicked over the biggest tub of dookie he could find, because the Epstein stuff's all flying everywhere. His party's implicated way more than the other one, and so in a lot of this stuff, it's crazy. And so he leaks something. Trump has to respond like that, and he was caught off guard, and he basically said if there's something classified that's to be revealed, it's the truth of alien life or technology. Like there's nothing to classify if that's not real. It's just lights in the sky. You don't have to spend trillions of dollars on nothing, And so so anyway, that came out, and then he had a Truth Social post where he said he's directing everybody to release the information they have about UFOs into the public, which of course I was reminding everyone in my circles. I'm like, JFK, dude. JFK died in the 60s. The Zapruder film came out like 12 years later. Church Commission. Then in the 90s, Oliver Stone makes JFK. We get the JFK Act. 30 years starts a clock that expires in 2004. and they still haven't released 1,000 of the files. So there you go. There's your government release like pattern, right? Like
timeline.
Yeah.
This is what the
Don't set your watch by it.
Yeah, that's the bank cat. Lots of the checks bounce.
But there are
believe in this banking system.
Well, the banking system is a fiction. The way of energy is a fiction. Like if this tech is real, and there's hundreds and thousands of people inside the government in this breakaway thing that are like, people need to know about this. You can get a little box that would make the electrons move for forever. It's like a basement nuke of energy. Now, probably if you do like this and this and this, you go boom, and so you can't hand them out. So it's it's only us, and it's like, yeah, but what happens when you have
the House Atreides nukes? Yeah.
House Atreides nukes, dude? It's worse than that because it's temporal weapons. It's time and space weapons. So imagine what happens when this MH360 video we play becomes like a reality, right? Like you can displace something in the timeline. Okay, so you could literally install an entire group of people thousands of years before people existed in some sweet spot in history that you can get to with enough energy. And then you just move people and equipment in, open the portal, close the portal. They can do whatever they want there. It's seconds for you. They can come back a second later and be like, here's 100 years of technology for you. That's how time works in this regard. It's like you can just have 100 years of pocket experience. You could have whole breakaway civilization. Imagine what people are going to deal with if this actually came out. How many decades do they need to release this shit? Because you've probably got temporally displaced segments of humanity that are echoing back. Or running us, like more or less, like
more likely maybe.
Yeah, you remember the CIA bringing in cocaine and like planes and shit. Imagine that on UFO scales. Exactly. It's like fucking insanity. Like you think smuggling was easy with planes. Wait till you can smuggle it in a suitcase that's shaped like an orb that disappears from this timeline and reappears in another. At a disappoint. Okay. What? Yeah, no, you can just go be in the mountains of Afghanistan before there were people there. You can grow as much of the poppies as you would like. You know.
Better than a portal gun.
Now, imagine corporations get a hold of it. What?
If individuals get them.
Yes. Now keep going. Keep going. You when corporations got a hold of like Costa Rica and like Panama, they're like
have too many rights.
They forced the entire population, like Pharaoh style, into and they threw them all in jail. You're all breaking laws. And so in jail, okay, you can get out on one condition. You're going to work on the railroad. Meanwhile, like out of 10,000 people, like 40 people made it through, like when they were making the railroads. Or these are
the environments capitalism creates. Right?
Yes. Exploitation of labor.
Yeah. But so what are there have been religions.
Imagine that multidimensionally.
Help control people, help guide people economically in economic relationships.
Well,
ideologies do that as well.
People.
So are there?
This is that $70,000 thing.
$70,000. Okay. This is not a UBI.
No, I think that there's a difference between how people think about how they acquire happiness and how they acquire happiness. Yeah. So they think they acquire happiness by playing
ideology. It's like
it's a religion. It's a status religion. It's a game. Yeah. It's a game. It's a status game. You're playing a hardcore status game with other humans.
In capitalism, the status game is easy. Because more money, it's like just pure hierarchical. More money, that's like raw power in the environment when you have money. But not everybody. What I heard, like people who have money still chase celebrity and
fame and power,
eyeball attention. But people with attention will stop, who got celebrity before they got money, don't always chase the money.
Right. They still have some integrity from a different time in place. Like a Mel Gibson in Hollywood. He gets spit up and chew out over and over again. He turns out he's right about everything.
Each portray our high status. Money and celebrity.
The social hierarchy of social primates is insanity. Brett Weinstein hipped me to this. He's like, the day you do whatever UBI or whatever you're going to do, there will be one person who's the poorest person in America, and that person will feel like shit, even though they are going to be globally one of the richest people in the world. They will look around them and say, I am at the bottom of this pyramid. And they are correct on one level, but if they just looked behind them, there's like this enormous percentage of the globe that's like 87+% that would love to switch places with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is a complete desert of energy, activity, industry. There is the industrial machine, the flywheel, the turning wheel that made the wealth that we all experience, and we're like, that's why we're all kings and queens these days, is because, like, in terms of our ability to affect the world. And it's also, it changes our politics, and our politics isn't keeping up very well, because if everybody has a basement nuke, it's like that's the problem in Snow Crash. They have the guy with the crazy motorcycle has a nuke, and so everybody has to like let him have his way as he like rolls through the various burbclaves. Because he has his own, it crashes the political account. It's like if you can press a button, everybody turns into photons.
That one guy has that, but this tool that, the bigger system that he was supporting.
So we should look if we wanted to manage and govern ourselves, control ourselves. We should look directly at
based weapon from Snow Crash.
That's right. We should look
where I'm with that.
Exactly, dude. We should look at, how do you control social primates? Because that's what's happening. That's what we are. We don't people that $70,000 stat is once you earn more than $70,000, you don't really get happier. It's more money,
not really
more problems.
Control, but it's like what structure or prism allows the desired expression, and that there's got to be some game of incentives that create that environment, right? And so what do you have to believe in order to line that up? And ideologies and whatnot are
that map we saw of the global capital and what capital was engaged and what wasn't. It was like 89% of all quote wealth in the world was just sitting in a ledger somewhere. It wasn't active at all.
Of all the capital, all the wealth that's ever been collected by
it's
humans,
literally
just sitting on a shelf.
It was value that was made in the past that we're trying to carry into the future, but it's completely dead. Meaning it's energy that's in the past. It's if the money created like a Rockefeller, and then Rockefeller paid off the government, and and Ford creates the factory model by paying Harvard, and we all get brought up inside a military discipline so we can become factory workers, and like, oh, this isn't good enough, we want knowledge workers. It's 1973. Now we're gonna switch into knowledge work, and it's like there's a lot of Pharaoh workforce shit going on around here. And what's crazy is that when it comes right down to it, we're talking about atoms and constituent parts. In the end,
Pharaoh workforce.
Some Pharaoh is in charge of the pyramid building, and the rest of us get brought up in the factory model and made into
we're making
mental,
all sorts of crazy structures.
Right. It's like controlling the anthill.
Totally. So it's like there's a ton of pharaohs.
There's a ton of pharaohs now, and that's the point. You've got pharaohs everywhere who want to in your pharaoh game. Dude, have you heard about Elon Musk he's going to use the next generation of Starship to create the next generation of Starlink, and that's going to be these giant floating AI platforms. So you have wireless internet communication, but then your AI compute is right there at the edge, shooting it right back down to you. He's going to own the entire infrastructure, because you're not going to get $1 billion AI brick in your front yard, which is where you'd like it to be in order to get this kind of thing. But if you talk to Starlink, a millisecond later, you're talking to a brain that's like literally flipping around the planet because it doesn't matter because it's in space.
Yeah.
Heat isn't a problem in space.
Yeah,
Energy is not a problem in space. You just put out solar panels. He's literally going to turn solar energy into compute and shoot it to you, Starlink wise. Like, he's going to win this thing. He's going to fucking win this thing. This is 20-year plan, but he's going to win it.
He's good ideas.
That's exactly what we should be doing. We should be turning atoms into computation, which is labor. People don't understand. They're like, oh, the humans and the jobs. Dude, there's like 80, I think I was reading the stats somewhere. I'm going to get the fudgy's numbers a little. It's like 83 million PhDs required to execute all of the business plans we have now. 83 million PhDs. There's only 13 million PhDs in the world.
Right, so the combined
brains
lifetimes
don't cut it.
Mining to get
something has to stop. You and then you have to motivate that person.
Complain about change. Try starting something.
It's so hard, and these guys will tell you up and down how fucking hard it is, because it is really hard because you're going against a lot of inertia. But imagine when you deploy these quadrillion-dollar brains everywhere, and you not only do you get to the 83 that you thought of, but you use that 83 to come up with the next 383 minds that 100,000 minds that you need, million minds that you need, the first billion minds that you need. When does the artificial minds that you're using to run your society outweigh the number of humans?
Right. Yeah.
There's a point in the future when that happens.
Yeah, that's why I'm excited about some of these interface. Features, because I do feel like are constricted by our connection bandwidth for sure.
Having AI at the edge is going to be crazy, because what that's going to enable is it's going to enable, like we were talking about earlier before when we were talking about our graphic here, how I was pulling this from my local environment, and we were you can have this real-time reflective feedback with your environment, where this started as a picture from my desk or my deck, and then that's pretty much what my front yard looks like. And that we generated this, got this thing completely out and cooked in less than 10 minutes. And it's this beautiful little piece of art.
Snap a picture.
Yeah.
And drop it in and add some elements.
Exactly.
And it looks like the right mountains.
You've seen that mountain range. You've seen my front yard. That looks like my front yard. I know. Okay, so imagine. Okay, so do you want just life with your own thoughts and imagination, or little human? Do you want to put on these glasses and then
blend? Yeah. And
the amount of information and like, you want things talking to you. You want just everything's got a personality. You want an intelligence in your home that like runs your whole setup. You want automatic. You want robots that are cheap and awesome and really smart, and they can just do all the physical stuff. They can like the example that got my attention was like, hey, Optimus Robot, take this toothbrush and real carefully, I want you to go out tonight while I'm sleeping, and I want you to scrub my driveway. Every fucking 2 millimeters, I want you to do this with this brush. Get to work. And it goes out there quietly and then does it. So it's just like, if you said you did that to a person, they'd be like, okay, here's what a pitchfork feels like going through your thorax. You're so funny. I'm not going to let you do that to that other person. That's fucking horrible. But no one's going to give 2 nerfs if you do it to an Optimus robot. So just imagine.
There will be some who do.
Imagine. Okay, so when we're talking about the global economy, we're talking about the global economic output. We're literally talking about what you can get away with. You aren't getting away with walking up to someone and saying, I want you to clean my driveway with this toothbrush. They're just like, what are you Are you going to pay me all the money? Like, what do you mean? That's going to take me years. It's like, no.
You these days already have like flocks of analysts.
What does the house cost? You could just, I mean, there's going to be builders and there's going to be this kind of stuff, but like houses are like this insane thing in America because they have this enormous value. That same chart showed the value of homes, and that guy was chuckling. He goes, I'm sure the places we live are worth this. Anyway, next slide.
He could only do it and it was in the scale of all of these other assets and how much they're weighted and how much your house is your most important asset, but when you look at the amount of value in houses versus the amount of value in all of these other asset classes, it starts looking a little inflated. And that was his point.
Yeah.
Like...
yeah. Well, imagine what it costs to build a house, and now make the labor go down. So let's just say you're a great builder. Let's give you 8 of these robots. What can you build with those?
Right.
You know, like, here, do this. You show them 1 or 2 times, and then they start doing it on your own. You leave them at night, and they run all night, and they in the dark, and they come back, and you've got like kind of most of a house done. Like, come on now.
Insane.
You start changing the equation, because you start the way that people think about Legos, and like, oh, I just have a set of Legos, and I start just building these that's your life, dude. That's your society. They were talking about how population change and the way that houses work. There's going to be more houses than people at a certain point in our population growth. Imagine that.
Not there yet, though.
No, we're generations away from it. But there's a moment when it happens, and it's like, what? You just have the empty ones laying around. It's like, yeah, no one will maintain them. Like, no one will care. It's like, okay, when you unleash this kind of labor, this intelligence labor, this go build a house, figure it out labor, when you unleash that, people are going to get out more Legos. People, whatever this world is we have now, call that 1, you're going to have like 150 of X of that. Every single person is going to be like, where's my island?
Yeah, it's crazy how, well, just like when you're in a good mood or have a good day, how much extra energy you have to just like get things done. Well, imagine just that extra time. You have another arm that can essentially do it for you, or portions of it.
I love it. But what I'm saying is, people, if you were somehow able to say, okay, everybody hold right where you are now, and now we're going to set up a world that handles exactly where you are right now, what you want, what you need, what you use, what you don't use, everything like that. That's one thing. But when you introduce this technology, you're saying you're literally handing out armies to kings. Like, you can have an army of these little robots, and then you can go take over little places around you. You know, it's like, we're back to fiefdoms, dude. We're back to burb clay.
Gangs.
Gangs of robots with, you know, what they say, we got more weaponry here in America than we do people. It's like, okay, give it to the robots. It's like, it's literally the same form factor. It's like you know, hey, clean everything.
Yeah, you've seen the robot wolves with all sorts of augments that can be mounted to them.
I've told you this story before, but it's worth remembering.
The
first story,
robot wolf that can fucking run, dude.
The first story I ever saw about the walking dogs were, we promise, the Department of Defense said, we'll never put guns or float blade. Meanwhile, Ukrainian war, they're like, release the hounds. Yeah. They're like autonomous, you know, robot, like weapons platforms with autonomous kill orders. It's like, this has all been written about, and this has all been predicted. But it's really, but you shouldn't even think about it in terms of governments. You're just thinking like, dude, Ned down the street has 3 autonomous attack wolves.
Right.
Hope he programs them right.
That's the new scale with the energy unlock, pretty much.
And you don't even need the wolves, dude. You can get, dude. This is just us talking. This is me thinking about books I've read.
You can get way more burb clay vests very fast.
Very fast. Self-defense becomes a local affair, just like it is in America. We're kind of mentally prepared for this. But imagine you have your own little drone fleet that lives on your house roof, and it's got little tungsten cylinders in it that it can like send it 3 times the speed of sound through, and it's got a little camera on it, and it like knows your face, and it goes, mee, it's fine, and it's like, oh, who are you? I don't know. That's a powder in front of it. It's like, what did that drone cost? It was like a couple $100. It's like, holy, you can just, if you like, I'd like to leave my kids at home, but I'm going to leave a killer swarm of drones outside watching them. It's like, that's an easy math for a mom. She's like, activate the drones.
Yeah. Protect summer.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly. These social monkey instincts to protect our kid and stuff, it's going to override all this stuff. They're going to be like, arm up. Yeah. Dude, you know what I want? I want robot tanks. I want not a tank, but I want a heavy lifting robot army of landscapers. Like if you can give me the earth moving equipment and like we're going to dig out this and we're going to build this, we're going to pull this, we're going to fill this with concrete, we're going to run this wire, we're going to do, you can just you can like roll up on a place and just like achieve stuff. Yeah. Giant weird robots that would move stuff around. It would be like in a lot of ways with those interfaces that they've got at like Andril. They've got the Lattice network where they can see the entire battlefield, and they're essentially wearing VR goggles and they're playing like a real-time strategy game where they can send all their troops, they can see everything, they can see every feed, they get all this AI input. The AI is like coaching over the next 30-second window. It knows what's going to happen in 2 minutes and what's 3 minutes. It's like preparing you. It's like knows how to take advantage of your humanness in its methodology. It's like it's a Centaur system. Anyway, you could do that. Dude, we just settle down in one place. Imagine if you could move to an empty lot of land and just transform it into something crazy, like a research park or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You think people make compounds now?
Yeah.
Jesus. You're going to be able to make little cities and stuff.
Yeah. Little economic zones.
Give your own fusion reactor, or get your own, your own thorium reactor, your own megawatts of energy in the short term, but like pull it from the sun eventually, and like just like set up shop. Like it's prefab. It's prefab society. It's prefab civilization. It's like here's power, here's water, here's food. You're like
then here's a synth machine.
Yeah. That's hardcore, right?
Here's an atom printer.
that's the shocking thing that those physicists had to deal with right before they made the atomic bomb. They're like, listen, if this stuff is happening down here at these levels, and we can get our hands on this neutron and we can use it as a bullet to blow up this other one, if we can do that, we're going to control everything, because we can essentially turn what everything is made of into a machine that will like achieve our ends. And it's like that was like the culmination of the materialist viewpoint. Yeah, and they basically cracked reality so intensely that they discovered the mystery on the other side of it, the dream-like quality. And they were like, dude, this stuff does not add up. It is like you should theoretically, based on everything we know about the subatomic level, there's no reason you can't turn one piece of energy into whatever you want to turn it into. Manifesting things, making things out of nothing. The way that it showed up as holograms in the holodeck, and they were all drinking, they're shooting bullets and doing all kinds of crazy stuff in their holodecks because they're just force fields and light. That's all it is anyway. We're the beneficiaries of billion-of-year ecological processes. But if we take the technology into our own hands and we can essentially pull matter out of the void, which you can do if you have enough energy, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. So
it's like I think we should be looking at this as an energy problem. You need lots and lots and lots of energy and lots and lots and lots of places in space and time if you care about making cool stuff. Like if you want to do cool stuff, you should do it with power and energy.
Yeah. That seems to be like what is that? Like a power law? Like
power law?
Literal, like a power law?
I'm not talking interpersonal
math.
power. I mean just like move these electrons, man.
No, like
if
in
you
like stats, like a power law. Like if actually increasing the energy in the system.
Yeah.
Increases the differentiation that can be created within the system.
If you think about that money that's in use and money that's not in use, right? If you have the ability to stir up the atoms and turn them into factories, turn them into fabs, turn them into industry, turn them into this kind of stuff, you've literally taken the dirt and turned it into buildings.
Right. And so what ideas do that? What does that? What pulls that money out of the ground?
I think it's the willpower to do it, honestly. I think that is why we are in the West blinded to the oneness that they find in the East. Because once you find that you don't care about this world's illusory nature as much, you tend to not do the industry. That's why when you look at where it happened, you see these very tight concentrations of mind. But the especially in Oppenheimer, and Eric Weinstein's always talked about this, the number of Anasazi Jews that were, I think that's how they say that particular area of the Jews, they were the ones who had the insights that brought about the fusion bomb. And it's just like this one group of people produces all these Nobel laureates and all of these insights into it, and it's just like it's the culture of the mind, and it's the way that mates are chosen inside a group over generations that produces results. Now, lest we say this is crap or whatever, the entire thing on the books is Mother Mary was a product of the Jewish temple system, and they had a very codified way of taking virgins into the temple as young women, and then they were married off very systematically, and there was like the tree of Aaron. They had the flowering rods, and maybe there was politics around it too, but there was this natural eternal component in it. So it was almost like a natural God-involved selection process that produced the Kwisatz Haderach, I mean Jesus Christ, as the through like Mother Mary, this like package of mother and son, this archetype we have. But she was an adept from the temple and was extremely good at what she did. There was no mistakes here. There was a multi-generation process that was in place to increase the awesomeness of what was going on. So in any event, you could call it genetic engineering on one level to produce progress. You could also call it just natural selection through mate preference. They say that so many of our things, hundreds of years ago, you had an incredibly small dating pool if you wanted to reproduce. It was you with 4 other people you could potentially bed down with, and maybe you've got 2 or 3 other suitors you're competing with.
How many people are there within walking distance?
And most people never left 3 miles from where they were born,
right.
for the longest time in history. Now you talk about the internet and the global, you can literally hear people's ideas from the other end of the earth. You could fall in love with their mind. You could meet that person. You could raise a family of little geniuses.
Right.
These 2 super smarties found each other. What are we unleashing? We're seeing the tip of the iceberg in terms of what's coming for us. Because if someone is like, oh, we shouldn't change that much, it's like, whoa. The reason I brought up that 4th generation warfare guy is once he saw how social monkey we were and how we were so easily manipulated, and like it was really just we were in as a people in a small number of people's palm of their hand in terms of control and manipulation for a lot of really big issues, not for everything, but for a lot of big issues. He decided that you could live in any time period you wanted to, and I forget which one he chose, but it was like the 1810s. So if you want to talk to him, you have to write him a letter. He doesn't use phones. He doesn't he just is like, look, humans are malleable. I'm going to decide to live in this culture. I'm with my people. That's it. It's like pulling Amish, or like, just
right.
Tap out.
Your frontier, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's fun to be. I think that the Tao of physics is still a very useful thing because it gives you an excellent primer on what modern physics has done. If you're like, why does that matter? It'll be like, do nukes matter in your world? The entire understanding of how that works comes from this discipline. So this discipline controls and changes your entire world. The people who control this technology control the way that politics work for a really long time, and now there's all this new politics getting introduced. That UFO clip that we played, Trump is direct. There's probably all these reverse engineering programs that have all these tech inside of them, and you talk about somebody's wringing their hands like, do we give them the basement nuke? Do we? It's like do you talk about it? Like, what do you like? I'm sure they decided a long time ago they weren't going to do it. They're like temporarily displaced into like
how many people
300 BC, 3 billion BC. It's got to be an entirely small number of people because what's happening now because of the internet is people are aligning and there's a lot of them and they're trading stories and they can see the phenomena in the skies.
I believe in systems that can centralize power to that degree. I think that's where you're seeing. They're seeing like a lot of noise in the system, and the belief is crumbling to a degree. Yeah,
crumbling to a degree. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I think if there's
looking for something.
There's room here for us to know more about ourselves. And the main insight of the Tao of Physics, the turning point in all this Fritjof Capra work, is that it's a change in mind that has to happen. If we're going to intelligently respond to life, knowing that at its heart there are no objects, there is an undifferentiated sea of energy, and everything that exists is existing as a bit of a hologram of the rest of it. It's an interference pattern of the rest of it. That includes ourselves. That includes our own minds. We're somehow at the center of this thing. The perceiver is at the center of this thing. Every single one of us. This is not areas that our philosophies and our religions have gone to really do. Maybe they have in small ways. I bet there's lots of examples right now of people who've got this figured out, but it's like on a small scale.
Religions are truly do micro, macro
upgrades. Especially with UFO stuff.
Analogies and visual. Think how they show value through tradition, essentially. How they map.
I really think that what's happening here is that there is one source, and it's like creating a field of energy out of it, and it's created all of these points of consciousness that we are, souls, and we're using the same field, the Holy Spirit, to like make stuff out here. It's one with us, the source is. We don't know it a lot of times. The process of individuating and waking up is the process of becoming aware of it, like of becoming aware of this relationship. What Fritjof Capra is talking about is like the process of our society becoming aware of that relationship. The idea that you can't change one little thing over here and not expect it to change something over here. You really do need a holistic, more of a this part, that part kind of thing. And it's not about taking your foot off the gas. It's not about disavowing the Industrial Revolution and saying, we're rich enough, we're going to be fine. It's about saying, no, where are we headed? Now that we've created the Green Revolution and we've made all these people, where are we going?
Yeah, it's definitely not being a stick in the mud and saying,
What's that all about?
Like, I know. I figured it all
like
out.
Our ancestors did. Which ancestors are you talking about? The ones in the Middle Ages that couldn't read? You want to go be like them?
The ones that were killing each other.
Yeah. The insane high levels of violence. Or how about that everybody was poisoning each other right up to the point we invented chemistry? Then everyone stopped poisoning each other. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know if I put that in his tea he would die. It's like they were killing each other like crazy with poisons. And right up until the point we invented chemistry. It's like, is chemistry a bad thing? Well, it was if you were a poisoner.
And see the chemicals now.
Right. It's like, oh, dude, he's stuffed with arsenic. Like that will is invalid, or whatever. It's like there's just a lot. This is not. There has lots of examples of how it's gone well. Now, here's the thing we're missing: the campfire, the place where we can just tell our stories, where we can just be known and know, and that's missing. This fragmentation of attention we were talking about, or in the opening or whatever. If everybody's got attention commodified and they can just tune their own. We used to have events that would tune us together. The seasons would tune us in an agricultural society. Everybody has to be focused on the harvest. Everybody has to be focused on the planting. Everyone has to be, before that, an entire town was focused by the sound of the bell from the church. This is the sunrise. This is the midday. This is the sunset. Your time was completely local. Then the railroads connected everything together, and they had these things called cornfield meetings or field meetings, where one train would be on one time and the other one would be on another time. There were single rail lines, and they would just run into each other, create a complete mess. They're like, "You can't all have your own time. Sorry." And they made the 4 standard time zones, and they forced everybody onto the same time, and they did it very quietly. Like they just said, this is how rails work. This is all our timetables are aligned between these companies.
Just align the
It was a corporate effort.
It's the system alignment. Yeah.
Yes. This is the invisible system that links us together. That was a corporate rail decision because you were moving giant boxes of heavy stuff fast on thin gauge steel.
High value.
Very dangerous.
Yeah. It's a big maneuver.
It's literally almost like a military discipline we're living under. Like you've got to, like your sun has to set at 3:30 in the evening in some parts of America at certain times of the year because the rails demand it.
Yeah.
It's not sunset. It's 3:30 in the afternoon, but at the height of summer, it'll be like 9:30 at night. It's that big a latitude, even in the very middle of America. You go up higher, it's worse.
Yep.
Dude. Anyway,
time in Alaska.
We've been doing this shit since the 60s or something. That is not very long.
We've been
editing our time frame.
Editing at scale.
What does it mean? Like, what does it mean to change everybody's time? What we all think different? Do we behave different? Does it make us happier? Does it make us sadder? Do we need if we do this? We need more of something that we're not getting? There's a lot of questions here.
Oh yeah, totally. Makes like what you would the modern psyop seem like, chump change. It's like we've been doing it large. These psyops are just like edits or rails, guardrails, or
the government. The control. Govern means to control. Ment means the mind. Government is literally the word to control the mind. That means you got all these crazy minds out here. We need to keep them in line. Now, the best way to do this is with citizenship and responsibility and character. And everybody, you can have a basement nuke. You know how to use it. That kind of thing. If that was true, you know what I mean? A bunch of Boy Scouts out here could run a bunch of basement nukes and be just fine.
I think that's been the large critique that I've picked up from a lot of people. Is that after we discovered nuclear fusion and this power, we got scared and overregulated,
locked it down. Eric Weinstein,
essentially.
Yeah, we hid a bunch of physics, mostly about plasma. 9% of the universe is plasma. It's all in the heart of stars. If you just put it all on a scale, that's where it's all at. We're weird matter. We're like a very small percentage of reactive matter. About down here where chemistry is happening and shit. Mostly it's parts of stars. Big boiling masses of fusion, just like creating these shock waves that are so large and have whole solar systems that they're like these little org units they're like a cell. They're like a cosmic cell that's flying around this thing at hundreds of thousands of miles an hour. It's like, woo! 4,000 degree shield, blasting stuff out of the way. Get lost, nerds. Are you kidding me now? We're the same processes we see at our cellular levels and at smaller levels, as above so below. We're seeing at these macro levels. You're talking about a shield around our whole shit?
Right. Well,
that's like a cell wall.
Yeah, and what you can get, who was it? Michael was talking. Who was talking about the cells that can play Pong, like the wetware brains?
Right, that was Neon. He was talking about that shit. Yeah. He was talking about that that's a system that learns through reactivity and will basically master Pong just without knowing what it's doing. It's like basically showing that it's alive, that the game is somehow alive, that the neuron is somehow alive. Essentially, electricity is alive, and it's electricity responds to itself. Yeah, electricity is intelligent. Is the takeaway? Yeah. This thing that we think is a force. It's like it's a machine. Yeah. So what does that mean when you're pumping terawatts of it around?
Their shit up so
What
tight.
does that mean when you make
computers react?
You make LLMs, dude, and they're like 3-dimensional pachinko machines, and you're like, here's my token, which is a bunch of balls, and you put it into a certain place, and then you start shaking the pachinko machine, and it bounces around in like all these different dimensions, and like, spits out the IQ points that you seek, and it's like, yeah, dude, those LLMs are distillations of knowledge in an insane way that like they are doing on an electrical level in electricity what our minds would do in hundreds of years of ponder in seconds.
How many PhDs?
We're stepping into a new world.
On the shoulders of giants.
This world is getting made, and it's going to happen. We're stepping into a world where it's like, imagine the floor is the kings of today. You know what I mean? There's these whole other levels of that they're shooting after. Anyway, I think this Mindwalk stuff is important. This Tao of Physics stuff is important because you cannot step into that space with the same mind that got you there. It's literally getting into an age of abundance and like, you know, just infinity in a way that
right. Well, it's
we're not
learning how
ready
to be
for.
a spoiled brat without being the brat, right?
How do you have
Be a
all
good
of this
steward
power and
of
it not
way too
corrupt
many
your society?
resources. Yeah.
Yeah. How does
Be a
it
good
not corrupt your society or
steward when
yourself?
you're over-resourced.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have
Right.
scarcity. Stewardship in lack of
There you go.
scarcity.
There you go. That's a wild problem to have, right? It's like it's very
problem, very kinesthetic problem.
Dude, these robots, you've been watching that Aloha, mobile Aloha. These robots are gonna learn fast, dude. They're gonna learn super fast. We are shifting my wife over to Tesla insurance, and now Tesla is watching her and giving her a score every time she drives the car. If it goes above or below 90, she pays more in insurance. If it goes above 93, she gets discounts. The more she uses full self-driving, every time miles she drives, it gives her 100% because it drives perfectly. So it's literally $1 connected incentive that's going to just be like, doo-doo, full self-driving on.
So
and it's
self-driving on, you pretty much don't have to pay insurance.
You pay the lowest form of it because your car is technically the safest and it has the fewest accidents. Which makes sense.
And then you get like a per mile rate on insurance or something.
You don't use it. You don't. You
only pay for the miles you run the car.
Your entire concept of insurance is based on tables that are just, you know, somebody's calculations on a fucking spreadsheet somewhere about this amount, this zip code, this weather. You know, this is how much we'll be paying out or whatever. If it gets really accurate, like there's AI super accountants that can look at every input, and instead of it going on your age and gender, it goes on like 1 million inputs of you. That makes it efficient, cheap, good. It's like why those SpaceX rockets can like land. You know, they can like do microsecond calculations.
They're gonna give you discounts because they trust you.
Well, they're monitoring you, and you're saying monitoring me. You're saying watch me do this awesome thing I know how to do, which is drive this car by itself. Watch this. I'm gonna press the button on time. Ready? There, it's driving.
You have to.
Crazy.
What is it? Grow at the speed of trust.
Well, it's a big shock to society, and this is one of the first months that it was available in Colorado. They just changed the laws, and it's just been rolling out. It hasn't been available. They've been trying to figure out all kinds of stuff, but it's available in a lot of states now, and they're getting ready to enable the Tesla taxi cyber cab situation, and that's going to be no more Uber.
Whoa.
No more Uber, no more taxis. Like any of that, all that stuff's gone. And what it's going to be is
push your vehicle into a pool,
into a fleet. You weren't even going to be able to compete because Elon's going to take all the money. He's going to just deploy 1 million of them on the streets, and then everyone's going to have a Tesla app, and it's going to be like the cheapest, most reliable, always on, highest quality. And it's like, why would you? You don't need to own a car. You just press a button and like you just get in the thing. It's like it's the reason why you don't have to own a plane. You buy a ticket. You know, it's
even
like
if you could just half the cost of Uber rides.
You're taking the person out. The person's the most expensive part.
Yeah, the person and their willingness to drive out to the edge and feel like they, you know,
your clawbot sends an API call and it negotiates a price like 2 days in advance and says, well, at 2 a.m, we'd like to get one of those to drive out here in the middle of nowhere and pick Peter up and, you know, get ready or whatever. Yeah. So you get in it and go back to sleep and it starts driving and you wake up in another state and you're like, I'm so glad to be here. You know, it's like,
yeah. And now it's like way cheaper and less intense than some other. Let's privatize transportation. This is a privatization of movement or something like
dude,
that.
It's like rails, but it's infinite rails, right? And then get lost. You can really go crazy with it, right? You can go into quadcopters, you can go into personal drones that carry your ass around and like do all kinds of stuff like that. You can get into Elon wants to sell tickets on Starship where you can get onto one in California and then you get off in Tokyo an hour later.
That'd be wild.
Yeah, it's literally going to change the way that you it'll change the speed of the world. Yeah. Because people will be able to like essentially teleport from one place to another, where now they have to go through all of this rigmarole to really make it all work, and it's going to be just like be much easier. We've seen this before with rails, you know, connecting towns together and connecting everything together. I think all in, and then we can park this train if we want to, or we can go on a break and come back later. But I think all in, we are building a cognitive city. And this cognitive city is defined in the same way that the transition from agriculture to industrial revolution was defined. And that was that you could stick around on the farm and you could work your whole life and you would earn 1x. It's enough to raise some kids and stuff like that. But if you moved to the city and you worked in a factory or you came up with these early cognitive jobs, administrivia jobs, you could earn 4x. That means that 3 of your kids start with an X, a 1, which means they've got all the wealth they would need for a whole life, and now they can build upon it. So we created the middle class in America off of this boom of ability for one individual to get the 4. This is like the 16. This will attract flies to honey like you have never seen, because people you didn't have to put a gun to people's head and say, leave the farm, come to the city. They were like, 4x? I'm in.
Yeah, so it's like it's a gold rush of sorts.
It's a gold rush of labor and cognition and industry and
gold rushes.
The picks, the people who make the money are the people who create the picks. The people who sell the picks are the ones that are. That's why a lot of those.
That's why it would be the arms dealer of the world.
The arms dealer. Well, that's why Elon's gonna take compute into space and put it on satellites and like shoot it to you at the speed of light with Starlink in low Earth orbit, 150 miles up. It's like a brick of brain that's gonna fly over and like show your glasses how to create, you know, a completely real facsimile of the world. Like all this condensation of time and space is going to like be brought in and personalized and like customized. It's radical. It's radical and it's here and it's just like, it's crazy. It's kind of cool to watch it happen. I always kind of figured it would happen in my lifetime. It's wild. It's wild to see the shock that people have. Hey, we got someone online who says, love your content. Joining next Steam with friends. Add me on your Discord. All right, man. Hopefully, it's not just a trap. It is awesome.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. It's not a scam and it's not a bot. But in any event, dude, it has been wonderful catching up with you this evening. You got any other thoughts or ideas you want to drop here on us before we get out of here?
No, I was looking for a quote, but then I forgot what it was.
The gold rush. The gold rush. Yeah, the gold rush. Yeah. Well, and when you talk about a gold rush, you're talking about the Australian gold rush, which was the first time that minerals of that quality were brought out of the ground and put in personal hands, and that created the Carnegies and the Rockefellers and the Fords and everything else, all this gold flowing in. It created the engine that we use to create the Industrial Revolution. It would not have been on monarchs to do. Monarchs wouldn't have done this. It was individuals in industry that did it, and we live on the downstream of that. Most of us do. Anyone's hearing this is.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we do. We stand on the shoulders of giants.
Yeah, and
a lot of compression of knowledge happening that's got us to where, got our tooling to where it is today.
All of this political upheaval with the Epstein files and the collapse of the World Economic Forum. You know, Thomas Massey just went on the floor yesterday, called out the guy in charge of the World Economic Forum, and he stepped down over the files, like in the last 8 to 10 hours.
Damn.
Which means that they are, whatever you call the world global order, that's Dunskies. That's like
the cadre.
Well, the stuff they can find and the stuff that can meet public attention is getting vaporized by the contact with the sun.
They're still institutions, and then they are hydras.
It's that 87% of that cash is just sitting there in the black and just, not doing anything, right? It's like the entrenched old money.
Yeah.
The monarchs of the world, dude. I think if you create fair environments with people will figure out how to give you water cars and infinite energy machines and a whole bunch of other shit that you can turn into a really cool society if you let it happen. But I do think that our government has been suppressing this technology pretty intensely. And it would be very cool to get some whistleblower protections so that people could roll out this tech and they could start, over generations really, to start to utilize it. Like, what does it mean that you could...
How do you get a whistleblower protection? You probably just need like a
executive order. I've heard Jeremy Corbell talk about it. Yeah, executive order says if your NDAs that you signed with private industry in relation to the energy industry and the Department of Energy are invalid. If you were working on a clandestine program, you are now allowed to speak with it to anybody that you would like, and we would like you to come forward and tell us.
Executive order that abolishes
the NDAs. That's right. So they can't go to prison, and they basically have whistleblower protections. They had that 2 years ago, and they did not pass it. And they're trying to. First time here. Great background conversation for paper grading. Thanks. Manless Mondays or meatless Sabbath. That's fantastic. I love it. So our thoughts are going out and helping little minds here.
That's wild.
That's great, dude. Well, send some good vibes to those kids. That's good stuff, dude. I think that we are in a position to be able to make the most informed choices we have in a really long time. I think what we're missing in a big way is the campfire, the digital campfire, but we're also missing a cognitive toolkit that is broadly understood as the way to cope with these technological innovations.
Yeah, the ideological framework that guides through this new high-tech accelerating physical world leverage. Like, how do you change your environment? That leverage on that is just accelerating essentially.
Yeah.
And so, we're standing on the shoulders of giants. So we're living
momentum
there's a lot of momentum, and we're living in a there's plenty of nutrients, right?
Yeah, and we're finally getting the structurs that enable
Americans'
the movement.
Biggest problem: eating too much sugar, right?
Right, too heavy or whatever. Yeah. It's which is craziness, right? Which is pure. Which is too much abundance. Too much abundance. And what is it? 40%. 40% of the food we use or have goes to waste. It's like, dude, we've started to recycle so much of our food that we don't eat. Instead of having a compost pile, we have like an evening raccoons pile that we basically put out for these little sweethearts that come by. It's like, now people are like, oh, you're feeding the outdoor animals. It's like, dude, it's calories that humanity made. It's like our abundance. If there was a UFO that came down and started handing out hamburgers, I'd be like, I'll try this hamburger.
Yeah. Better get Bear Defense Alpha and Beta and Cap.
Right, to keep
Delta
the bears away.
And Phi.
Exactly. Well, for a small example, our cat food. I started thinking about this. Our cats, you put out a thing of cat food, they'll eat, 3/4 of it or more. They're pretty good at it, but they leave some behind. You can literally take those at the end of the day, scrape them, and there you got raccoon chow, more or less. It's like. It's raccoons, foxes, sometimes evening skunks will eat that stuff. Occasionally you'll get other kinds of animals that eat it, but those are the main ones that'll do it. And it's completely legal to feed all these animals that I just mentioned in Colorado. Yeah, totally. But so what was that? That was the internet creeping into my brain and teaching me a little stuff about stuff, and then I changed my behavior, and now it's like the skunks are throwing a party, we're eating like kings.
Calories now. Yeah.
Right? We got baby skunks out here that are
share your wealth, share the wealth.
Exactly.
So you have to steward the wealth, We've
already produced the abundance. It's going to go to waste. I'm just turning it into baby skunks.
It's turning into baby skunks.
Or maybe raccoons.
How do you
animals? Biosphere.
And that's the point of most economic systems and businesses is to create value and give it to the people who work there. And so yeah, I mean, we're not too far off the target with capitalism or
no, it's a very loose fitting glove
blended with like Christian
an enlightened capitalism. A something that respects the Tao of it, right? The way of it, the what's happening, what's actually happening of it. In addition to all the mind stuff that we would hope would be happening. Alan Greenspan wasn't exactly correct, but his philosophy was definitely to his benefit. Look at the national debt. It's like all accrued to this one organization. The Federal Reserve. What was it? Henry Ford said, if the average American understood the nature of the Federal Reserve, there would be open revolt on the streets of America tomorrow morning.
Yeah, but we believe.
We believe the children are the future. Dude,
but the globe isn't believing as much as it has in the past.
The globe.
The rest of the world.
Dude, we're finally setting the agenda. We're finally setting the agenda, which is what we should be doing.
Dollars, and therefore we export inflation, and so we've historically
but we're getting shit done.
Downstream economies.
The other options I've heard in my lifetime are like, oh, then everyone just sit still and not do anything. And it's like, okay.
Really
everybody sit still and not do everything. It's like, what are you talking about? Like,
definitely shouldn't sit still and start doing anything, but the way that we respect money and the system in which the way we believe in fiat currencies is not
it's all stories. It's all dreams.
Yeah.
Every single system is a dream and a story and an approximation, a set of rules and an abstract games.
Right.
Yeah. It's shells or it's beads or it's dollars, you know.
Yeah, like we don't. How do you have economic models that don't include?
You just have to store the value, right?
Injections that are.
This is why I love crypto and why I love the idea that this is where it's clearly going. If you have a shell that you buy with your labor and someone gives you shells and then you can use the shells to trade for chickens or other kinds of things that kind of work in your local thing, whatever that is. If you can apply intelligence to that shit, if you can make that be like really, really, really good at what it does, then and like respond to other forces like time. So you made a kind of store of value that couldn't be like squirreled away and 87% of it dies and never goes anywhere. Right. You could make it be like active. It's more motion. It's more motion.
Other people with motion.
It's more activity.
Yeah.
It's more doing. As long as the doing is good. This is why you need citizens, and this is why you need the enlightened citizen to be like at the helm of whatever you're doing, because you're acting like individuals can act like nation states if they're powerful enough. Clearly, they're more powerful than nation states. Like, you know, it's like that's obvious. That's been obvious for more than 100 years.
You certainly have companies with head counts that.
You know, in Switzerland, when you get a speeding ticket,
by the head counts of countries, but create way more value.
Do you know what the price of a ticket in Switzerland is?
Variable.
Whatever hurts the most. So if they're like, okay, here's our law. I get to see all your bank accounts and all your value. Okay, let me figure out what's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt right there, and they pay it. Every single person I talked to in Switzerland about their speeding policies, they were like, "Oh, right, no, I thought you could speed in Switzerland. I was from Germany, and you can not here though. I was like a significant." No, you don't speed in Switzerland. Like it was like a done deal because intelligence. It's an intelligent. It's not a system you can game. Like, oh, I can just pay the speeding tickets. Oh, I can just use the second airline, the private airline service.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can just go through the private security where I never have my stuff checked, and I can just get on the private plane, and I never have to fly through a TSA, and I'm the government, and I'm all the people that make the rules, and I never have to use TSA, so TSA sucks because it's never actually being used. You could literally change the rule that says everybody has to use the TSA. TSA disappears like tomorrow or becomes amazing.
Or becomes amazing.
Fast, efficient, ruthless, you know, effective.
The privatization of movement.
I think the last time I heard about it, if you take 100 guns to the TSA, 97% of the gun, 97 out of the 100 guns make it to the other side with bullets.
That's crazy.
97 out of 100, dude. So it's 3 guns. That's what you're going through. 3 guns out of 100. 97 of those guns are on those plane with you. You know what I mean? Fiat.
Never tried it.
Never tried. Well, dude. I'm not saying you should try it. I'm just saying there should be a system that allows that number to grow from 3 to 5 to 10 to 20 to 100. You know, like
should get better, right?
there should be a mechanism that touches the suchness, the Tao of the system, and it causes a friction. It's called science. It actually just is spin in an intellectual place of it can just go on for forever. It's like complete defabricated from reality. Hey, dude, do we need to park this plane?
Let's park the plane and build the ship.
Nice. Let's do it. We're gonna go out on this song Rebel PBS, which is a compilation of different UFO moments here. We're gonna go out on this and maybe a little more music. I'm not sure. I'm pretty wound up, but maybe we keep this channel going here. But sir, it has been absolutely freaking fantastic to speak with you.
Yes.
Great to hang out this evening.
Great chat, and yeah. Until next
time. Till next time. Here we go, everybody. Take it easy.
Shade.
Right in the shade.
The source is a secret. The source is a song. I breathe through you, baby, like I rip through a bomb. To the source, but of course, to the source. source is a song, and we've known each other all along, forever and always. There's nothing else to see. It's written in the breeze. To the source. On your horse. But of course, from the source. I'm the horse. I must find the horse. To the source. To the source. Riding wild. Riding free. You and me. Partner. Forever. dijo que no entiende. atomic or the spectrum wide. Gauge theory's got the real truth inside. Wiggle an electron here and infinity's there, rippling forever through this cosmic air. Close as we light this fire. Love's the rhythm and it's lifting us higher. In every spark and with every beat, the universe hums 'cause you're so sweet. Turns out everything matters and it's all in the one flow, holding us from our core. It's the one thing we know. In this high circle, we're infinite friends, forever in the loop of love, somehow we never end. When everything whispers and everything hums, the future's a song and tomorrow's got those nice big drums. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow's got those nice big drums. Secrets out. Dear Lord, it's always here. As we light this fire, love's the rhythm and it's lifting us higher. When I'm with you, the very world begins to sing. The moment shines and God reveals that we're everything. And everything hums. The future's a song and tomorrow's got those nice big drums. In this high circle, we're infinite friends. Forever in the loop of love, somehow we never end. sets my heart in motion. And so draw me near until I disappear. And only love remains and all else is clear. Reveal to me the souls who seek your fire. My brothers, sisters, bound in one desire. Show me seekers lost in pure elation. Pilgrims dancing towards your true illumination. Breathe me deeper into love, surrender. In this holy flame, we're so soft and tender. Scatter me upon your endless shore until I dissolve forever, never wanting more. Bring me pilgrims stirred by sweet devotion. Friends immersed within your boundless ocean. Guide me to companions wild and yearning. Souls ablaze forever, brightly Empty me until there's nothing left but wonder. And then I lose myself in your holy thunder. just to breathe is devout. Heaven is here, the real heaven is now. Love is the key, turn it on and let's find out. We're spinning our fields till they burn so bright. Turn on the body that is made of pure light. Tie it to love and just be with God. You'll find everything unfolding from this perfect thought. Breathe in love and center the flame. Hear the sacred angels singing, calling out your name. We're charged and turning, our spinning bodies set us free. To dance the cosmos in your perfect geometry. Heaven is here, the real heaven is now. Love in our hearts, always showing us how. Heaven is here, the true heaven is now. Love is the key as we sing it out. Open your eyes and warm your heart. Heaven's not distant, it's where we start. just breathing with your true knowing. Your true knowing. Flipping the dial and tune. Colors in the rear view all bloom in different hues. Snap into the moment, click, the world feels new. Time after time we find a much better view. Click, 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 into now. Click, 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 somehow it's the wow. Click, 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 right into now. Click, 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 let me show you how we're learning every second like a rhythm in the room. We rhyme with what was, but we're brand spanking new. Echoes and melodies that shimmer into truth. We rhyme with what was, yet we're so fracking new. You got that cosmic memory. You've got that seismic energy. You're free of enemies at sea, and then only know all you can see. You're all you can see. A shining bright light that is all things. Lifts me like confetti when the midnight city sings. Om on the drop, let the universe ring. Time after time, now we're so born, guys in. Go when I float, let the tags do the quote. Heat on my feet, gonna bop to the beat. Must cop drop, I'm posted at the shop. A unicorn pair when I spot it, time stops. Click, 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 into now. Click, 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 somehow it's the wow. Click, 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 right into now. Click, 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 let me show you how. The shining light, we are all things. Dance it into daylight on neon set of wings.
to me, come to me, come to me. Divine Mother, come to me, come to me, come to me. Divine Mother, come to me, come to me, come to me. I am home, I am home, I am home, I am home, 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 I am home, 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 I am home, home, home. Come to me, come to me, come to me. Omnipresence, I am home, all pervading, I am home, all blessed, I am home. I am home, I am home, I am home, I am home, 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 I am home, 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 I am home, home. Come to me, come to me, come to me. Oh my Jesus, come to me, come to me, come to me. Oh my Jesus, come to me, come to me, come to me. I am home, I am home, I am home, I am home. Oh, oh, I am home. Oh, oh, I am home. Oh, oh, come to me, come to me, come to me. Oh my Guru, come to me, come to me, come to me. Oh my Guru, come to me, come to me, come to me. I am home, I am home, I am home, I am home, 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 I am home, 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 I am home, home. Come to me, come to me, come to me. Oh my Guru, come to me, come to me, come to me. Oh my Guru, come to me, come to me, come to me.